Gizmo Creator sneak peek. Let's see how to make this kind of custom gizmo like that, if I click, to create primitives. So as you can see, I can create primitives. I also can use some drag for this, like that, and that will create also some primitives. Okay, so let's hide this one. So I will make this. Let's create a new preset here. I have now a new preset. I have a group here, and I have gizmos. I have the move gizmo that will allow me to, for example, switch the direction or to use the circle mode. If I add several gizmos, I will have this. Okay, so this is nice. You can make something like that, you can edit it like that, etc. Okay, so let's create some gizmos now. I will, for example, for the first one, use the cube. I will name it add cube, like that. And this one will be add cylinder. Let's name it add plane. Once again, add grid. Up. Add icosphere. Okay, so let's first add the icon. Click here, just type cylinder. I will have my icon. Bam, that's done. So now I have my icon. Same for the plane. So plane. Let's do that. Same for the grid. Up, grid. Okay, let's continue. The icosphere. So ico. Okay, this is basic. So if we check in the mesh, we have the plane, cube, circle. So let's add the circle. Up, circle. Just do that. Circle. This is this one. Let's continue. We have the torus, cone, and monkey. So let's add this one. Add cone. Let's click. Oh, my bad. Cone. As you can see, this is pretty easy. This one will be the torus. In fact, just up torus. Like that. And the last one will be monkey. Add monkey. Okay. Up. Monkey. Basic. Let's name this one add torus. So now we have this. As you can see, I have one here because the settings of my group, I have 8 gizmos. If I add more gizmos, I will have a second row for the circle. So let's do something like that. So now I have all my primitives. So let's just check. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and in fact 10. So I miss one plane, cube, circle, the sphere. I forgot the sphere. Up, add UV sphere. Up, sphere. This one, and now I have this. So let's enter 10, and I have this. So with this, I can click. I can do that. I can, for example, shift click. Let's enter 11. That will remove the one that is inside, and I will have my move here. So it's up to you. You can enable or disable this, or you can also, for example, click this and choose the gizmo that will be at the center. Let's use the cube, and now I will have this result. Okay, before editing this more than that, let's add the operators. You will see this is pretty easy too. So let's continue. You have the click actions here. I have click, shift click, control, etc. Because on each action, you can perform, each button you can perform 20 operations. With shift, click, shift, control, etc. Drag up, you will have shift, control, etc. Okay? So just for the click, let's add the operator. So on this one, let's hide the group. Let's go on the cube first. I have the click. when I click on the button of the cube, I want to add a cube, okay? So I will click here, and I can select here and choose the add cube directly. That will be easy. You can also make a search. Let's name it add cube. Add cube. As you can see, this is pretty easy. You don't have anything to do. If I click, I will have my cube. Basic. Nice. Let's move this. You can add a shift click, control click, etc. You can do whatever you want. But right now, let's just do that. Same for the click here. You can search, for example, I'm on the cylinder. If you want to use the search, as you can see, I will have the search for the cylinder here. And now, if I click on my cylinder, I will have my cylinder. Let's copy this to the description. Basic. Let's continue for the plane. Let's use this one. Do I have the plane? Yes. Control C, Control V, add grid, Control C, Control V. I can enter grid if I want. Enter. As you can see, you need to search. Where is it? Primitive grid add here. Okay. So it's up to you if you use the search or if you use the the operator I set in the add-on. So like that you can gain some time. So the icosphere, up here. Do I have the icosphere here? Maybe I should rename them correctly with the name, but cylinder, cone, icosphere here. Okay, this is nice. Add circle, enter, click. Let's name it circle. Let's type circle. I should have the mesh primitive nerve circle. This is not the nerve primitive mesh. I don't have it here. Let's go. No. Oh, you can just take this. Let's check if I have it here. Cone circle. But normally I should be able to have it here. Circle, enter, and primitive add circle. Yes, it was there. So this is nice. The add cone. Let's copy the description. You will know after that why I clicked there, because in fact when we add an operator, the description will be updated. So as you can see now on click I have the add icosphere, so this is nice. The cone, so let's I can check here. Do I have the cone here? Okay, so this is nice. The torus, double click, Control C, up. So obviously making whatever you want will take some time because this is you that creates your gizmos. I'm on the torus, yes, okay, monkey, so up, under, add monkey. Do I have my monkey here? Suzanne here, okay, and UV sphere, up, and same for the primitive. Where is my sphere? Metabol. Maybe I don't see it here. UV sphere. It was at the first part. Okay. You can move this where you want. As you can see here, this sphere is there. So if I want a cube, cylinder, a sphere, I just have to move the sphere where I want it to be. So this is nice. Okay, so each button creates whatever you wanted. So as you can see, if I add all the primitives, I have everything. Okay, let's get rid of this one. Now, what I can do is to edit, for example, the center icon, so the add cube. I can click on the settings here. I can use a custom scale if I want. As you can see, I can scale this Okay, this is nice. I can use a Blender icon, so if I select the icon, I can have the list of the icons here. I can use a custom icon, so you need to set the path of the icon, or you can use the text. This one will use the text, or some emojis with Unicode, etc. Okay, so for this one, I had one that was nice previously. You can zoom on the UI with control middle mouse, so this is nice. Like that, you can set the emoji you want. So on this one, I can use this one, or I can use this one, but let's use this one, or maybe this one. Let's use this one, or this one. Oh, I prefer this one. Okay, so let's decrease the size of the UI. Up, you can hide this. So obviously this is not possible to make them exactly at the center, since they are all different. And you can now, for example, just edit those primitives, the settings of this, like that. So just do whatever you want. Okay, you can add a color. So let's make it, why not make it red or green? Do whatever you want, in fact. Let's make it like that. You can decrease this, and let's make this better, more at the center. Okay, so as you can see, this is nice. I have this. I created my first gizmo. I have this result. Okay, I have this gizmo. If I click, I do that. So this is nice. Okay, let's continue. One thing we can do is to set this one to be visible only in a mode, for example, object or object and edit mode. So let's go to the group settings here. You will have the condition visibility. You can search for a condition, for example, multiple modes, object and edit, like that. So now if I have my object here in object and edit, that works. And if I go in script mode, up, this is not visible anymore. Same for the paint mode, texture paint and weight paint, only in object and edit mode. Okay, so this is nice. You can set your gizmos to be visible only when you want. Same for the color condition. If you want, you can add a color condition like that. If I'm in object and edit mode, I will have this color and this highlight. If I go in another mode, I will have the default value. To get rid of this one, do that and bam. Change the mode that will update them. Okay, so after that, what we can do is to change the icon for the move gizmo. And by the way, you cannot remove the move gizmo or move it. It will always stay here. Okay. So for this one, what we can do, you have the settings of the gizmo here. Okay. You have the gizmo color and icon, and you can set a Blender icon or Blender icon here, or a custom icon, or a text. It's really up to you. And with the text, what you can do is to do the same as previously, to come here and let's select NDP like that. If we want something different from this one, we can add a font for this. So let's select the font here and choose font and this. I will use this one to have the bold. Just click. And as you can see, the result is different, okay? So I can select this one, copy the color, come here, and paste the color, okay? After that, let's edit the size, let's edit the position in Y and X, up, let's make it more like that, okay? Okay, and now I have my gizmo with the custom color, icon, etc. Okay, you can in fact, if you want, edit the scale, just like that. You can scale it. That will give you something weird like that, but why not? And I think I need to move it a little bit here, and let's scale it a little bit once again. Okay, so now this is much better. If we want, we can also edit the color like that. So if I want something like that, and yes, with this it will be easier, up, to edit it. So you can set the color as your liking, etc., etc. But let's keep it black. You can in fact also make it the alpha like that. So if I click, I will have that, as you can see. If I come, bam. Okay, so it's really up to you to edit the gizmos as you want. Let's continue. Here we only have one action per button. We can add 20. Okay, so if, let's see, I select the add cube, so this one, okay, I can add some actions. For example, I have the click action to create a cube, so this is okay, the base, up, like that. And we can add a shift, control, and control shift. For example, on the shift, on the cube, I can add another primitive. Or I can activate some properties, etc., etc. But on this one, I want to, just by dragging, I want to add some other primitives, okay? So let's go in the drag up action. On the drag up here, what I will do is to use an operator. I will select primitive, and let's add the cylinder, okay? So let's type add cylinder. And if I check, as you can see now in my description, drag up, I have add cylinder. If I drag up, bam, I have my cylinder. If I click, I have my cube. As you can see, this is pretty basic. You can continue, drag up, let's go to the drag down, let's add something else. So same, let's click here, add, let's see, a UV sphere. So type add sphere, okay. If I check, I have now add sphere at the drag down, so bam, that works. On this one, if I want to get rid of the primitive, I can make something like, for example, just to show you something different, I have the click action. On the control, I can, let's enter delete to check if we have object delete. Font, let's check, do I have the object delete? Action, console, etc. Mesh delete. I think this one is just for the mesh and we want the object delete. So we can, in fact, just type object bpy dot ops dot object dot delete and add this. And normally, if I press Control, let's click Control, bam, that will get rid of the object. So delete the object. And if I check, I will have the delete the object, okay? So I will improve this part to have everything I want, to add most of the operator. You can also come here, you have the delete here, right click, copy Python command, press Ctrl V, and bam, that will work, okay? If I click and I press Ctrl now, it will delete my object. So you can copy the command of whatever you want, like that, okay? So let's continue drag left. Let's add the drag left here. On the drag left, I want to add, let's see, a grid, like that. Let's type add grid. Okay, so if I drag left, I do that. If I control, I do that. Oh. So as you can see, you can do whatever you want. Let's add this one. On the drag right, let's add something in, let's use the icosphere. Okay, add icosphere. Okay, so now if I check, I have the add icosphere. Oh, I put it on the wrong one. So it was on the right. I wanted to add it. So what I can do is to click here and choose drag right, and bam, and get rid of this one here. Okay. So now I have it to drag right. So icosphere, bam, that works. Control, Control, Control. Okay, so you can, as you can see, do whatever you want with all the actions. You can do the same for every object. For example, on BetterPy menu, I made something like that. You can also add a menu, just to show you. Let's add a menu. On the click action, I have on the shift, let's add a menu. This menu is the object, so let's come here, add menu, object, okay. So add menu, okay. If I check, I have add menu on shift. If I press shift and click, bam, I have the add menu. It's not the one I wanted. I wanted, in fact, the add menu. Press enter, shift, and now I have the add menu, okay? So I have this, I can do that, like that. I can create, remove, create the primitive I want, and in fact, get rid of everything. For this one, for example, for the add cylinder, just to show you, I have the click. I can add a shift click or a drag. Let's use the shift click. I will add a cylinder. So once again, I have the primitives. I can add a cylinder. Or in fact, let's do that to show you something else. I will press Shift A. I will use a cylinder here. I will show the info here, and I will just copy this. Okay, Control C. Let's come here, Control V. I just remove the part I don't want to use. Up, for example, the location and the scale. Let's do that. The enter in edit mode, etc., etc. Just keep the radius 1 and depth 2. Okay. In fact, I can also make something different. Let's press Shift A, mesh, add cylinder. Okay, let's call the Rodolast, and this time I want to edit the vertices. Okay, so now, yes, I can copy this one. Okay, let's go back like that. Let's clean everything. Up, up. So now I will have my cylinder with 32 vertices. Okay, so let's get rid of this one. If I click, I have the basic cylinder, and if I shift click, it was, let's enter 64, just to show you. Up, shift, and that works. Okay, so I'm sorry for that, but as you can see, you can create different types of primitives, because one drawback with the gizmos is that when you add a primitive, there is no Rodolast. So just like that, you can add 60 cylinder 64, like that. So you will have the description that will be updated automatically. Okay, so as you can see, this is not so bad. Up, let's do that, and you can do whatever you want, almost. You can also use a Python script if you want. You can use properties, you can use menus, etc., etc. I will show you all of this in some others video. This one, it was just to show you this. And let's change the color for the gizmo. Up, let's make something more orange. Up, like that. I like the orange. So let's copy this. Up for the cube. Control V, and that's it. I made my object. If, for example, I can also add a condition. For this one, if I'm in object mode, in edit mode, I can change the icon, I can change the background color, I can change the text, I can add a text just to show you. So let's hide this one. Okay, you have the condition rules here. Let's click on add condition rules. To be sure I'm on this one, yes. Let's click on add condition rule. Let's select the edit mode, like that, to be sure. And I will change the icon and I will choose a text. And this time I will enter edit, like that. So now if I select this and go in edit mode, I will have this one. Okay? So I need to add the part to select the font, but it was just to show you. Let's copy this one. Let's change the size, the size like that. And like I did previously, I need to add the part for the font. I forgot to add it, and like that we will be able to have this with a bold version. If I go in object mode, I will have this. In edit mode, I will have that. So as you can see, you can edit absolutely everything. This add-on, this is just a preview. It's just, this is still a work in progress. But I want for you to tell me what you think about that. For the move gizmo, just like that, let's also change the color to something else maybe. Up, not the move gizmo, in fact, the cube. Up, I have this color. I can make something, let's see, let's use another color, up, like that, up, can play with the alpha, and that will give me this. So this is just a possibility to show you that. So I can do that, in fact, Control C, up, Control V, that will work, yes. So that's it. So tell me what you think about all of this. I like the add-on. You can do whatever you want. You can give it like that, and this is not so bad.